Hey, what is up everyone? I'm STARLORD and today we're going to be talking about Fallout Online. Is it time for an online Fallout game? So, yesterday I posted up a video of New Vegas Multiplayer, which is a new mod or creation by this guy, and if you want to see that video, then be sure to go over to my channel and check it out, as you may have missed it, and it's pretty awesome. Fallout Online, or Fallout New Vegas Online, is actually here. But anyway, besides from that, I was checking the comments of that video, and I saw quite a lot of people were actually kind of hating the fact of a online Fallout game. They were saying that online would, in fact, ruin Fallout, and that they just wouldn't like it. Now, bear in mind, before we go into this video and I talk about some of the things that I would look forward to an online Fallout game, these are just my own opinions. If you guys do not agree with them, then do not worry. Put it in the comment section. You are free to say whatever the hell you like, okay? So we all have different opinions here. These are just my reasons to be excited about an online Fallout game. So let's begin. So one of the main things I think is character creation. Now when you think of Fallout, you think of your starting character being a human. Well, no more. On a Fallout Online game, think of it as a Elder Scrolls Online. When you get onto the Elder Scrolls, you can choose through quite an extensive amount of characters to choose from. You know, there is a whole lot of choice. You can go the elves, you can go humans, you can go red guards, you can go quite a lot. I think around about 12. Now when we think about Fallout, the people in Fallout, we have the humans, we have the synths, the super mutants, and the ghouls. Now really, I cannot think of any more kind of races, to be honest, but even if they wanted to go full on all out, like if you think about it, there has been Deathclaws that could speak. There is also been Gator Claws that could also speak, you know, from the new Far Harbor DLC. No, not Far Harbor, it was from the Nuka World DLC. If you think about it, there was a talking Croc Claw in that, or Gator Claw. I would not be surprised if they didn't allow you to go like a Deathclaw or a Gator Claw or something like that. But then again, the majority of people would probably go those creatures. But still, to be choosing a human, a synth, a super mutant, or a ghoul as your starting off character, that would be absolutely insane. I would just love to go a ghoul and play a ghoul build. That would be absolutely amazing. And that is pretty much my first reason to get excited about a Fallout Online. You know, each of those characters have their own kinds of abilities, you know, and it would be pretty awesome to see exactly what they was and what they would actually create or use as different abilities for each of these different characters. So the synths obviously would be great with technology. Super mutants would have like brute force. Ghouls would, I don't know, ghouls would be pretty ugly, I guess. So yeah. But anyway, each of these characters would hold their own. They would all have individual things that make them very good, and it would make it very hard to choose from who you wanted to play as in this game. Anyway, let's move on to the next area of why I would be excited for a Fallout Online. Factions. Now, when we think of factions, there is a lot more than you know. Obviously, there are the main ones like the Enclave, the NCR, the Raiders, the Brotherhood of Steel, and, you know, the Minutemen, the Institute. But just think about all of the Fallout games here. There has been a whole lot of factions in this game, like the Hubologists from, you know, the older games, but they also made an appearance in the new Nuka World DLC, you know. They like to bring back factions, and that is the beauty of this game, you know. It has such a rich, I guess, story, and everything kind of meshes together. And even if they did use a faction from Fallout 1, such as the Thieves Guild, they can bring it back for a Fallout Online, you know. If you wanted to be a thief, you could be in the Thieves Guild. Now here are just a couple that I actually researched about. So we have the Thieves Guild, the Enclave, the NCR, the Raiders, the Slavers Guild, which I know a lot of you guys would love to use as your build, a Yakuza, the Tribals, the Brotherhood of Steel, the Tunnel Snakes, the Vault Tech, Minutemen, the Institute, and the Railroad. Obviously most of them being from the newer game, but think about it guys, you know, it would not be out of the question if we could actually side with the faction called the Tunnel Snakes, you know. It would be absolutely crazy. Sure, it would be, I guess, a tiny bit lore-breaking, I guess. Could it be counted as lore-breaking? I don't know. But still, it would be kind of awesome to be, you know, factions with the Tribals or something like that. And maybe with a Fallout Online. Now, please, tell me if I'm wrong here, but I feel that if you were in a capital wasteland, fair dues, there's a lot of, different kinds of weapons about and stuff like that. I would have honestly thought somebody would have made like a crossbow or something by now, or a bow in this game, or in this universe, I guess. And I don't know, maybe that could be the start of the tribals, maybe the faction of the tribals could be that they're two-handed weapons, or something like that, Each of these factions would give their own different possibilities for pros and cons, stuff like that. Anyway guys, let us move on to my next reason. Now this reason really isn't thought out that much, but still, nevertheless, it's actually pretty awesome, and that is locations, If you explore all the different locations from Fallout 1 all the way to Fallout 4, there's quite a lot. I mean, I'm just going to center down on the, the actual region that they're in. So, we have the Capital Wasteland, we have New California, we have the Midwest, we have Texas, and we have the Mojave Wasteland, And just having these locations in the game would be absolutely amazing. Now you're probably thinking, well, if it's a Fallout Online game, it probably won't show all of those locations. Well, it kinda could have, If we look at the Elder Scrolls Online, they revisit Valenwood, which was a highly requested popular place, You actually get to go there in the Elder Scrolls Online. So, it's not out of the question that Bethesda would allow us to go back to these unique locations such as, New California, or even just go back to Megaton and see how it's holding up, I know, like, that you can either choose it to blow up and everything like that, I believe, but yeah, there would be a way around this, Obviously, there are multiple choices in Fallout, hence why they brought back Sierra Petrova, or whatever her name was. They brought her back, even though you could have killed her in Fallout 3, but still, they brought her back. There are ways around this, So, it's not out of the question to be going back to Hoover Dam or New Vegas itself and seeing how it is. Okay, so this next idea kinda had my mind blown. I only thought about it around about 10 minutes before this video, and that is, of course, if they make a Fallout Online game, the map size would be huge, and it would be kinda too huge to just fast travel or to just walk. So, they would then introduce mounts. Yes, mounts into this game, such as Deathclaws, giant mole rats. Now, if you guys are thinking mole rats? Giant mole rats? What the fuck are you talking about, STARLORD? Yes, giant mole rats were actually going to be creatures in one of the Fallouts. It was cut content. They actually drawed up the plans where you could ride on these giant mole rats, which would have been awesome, by the way. But still, they got rid of them. But still, giant mole rats as mounts. That would be absolutely insane. Then we have behemoths, wolves, mirelurks. The list is endless. There are so many different creatures in the Fallout universe, and honestly, mounts is probably an out-of-the-box idea. You probably think, well, mounts wouldn't really work in Fallout because you walk around, you know what I mean? Maybe if it was a car or a motorbike or something like that. Honestly, no. To that, I say no. I honestly say, putting a mount on the game, That would be absolutely amazing. I'd love to ride a giant mole rat. And lastly, but not least, we have PvP and PvE. Now, when many people think of a Fallout Online game, they think it's just going to be everyone running around crazy, looting, shooting, and kabooting, but no, it's not. It's actually, you can actually go to designated points on the map where PvP is enabled. PvP isn't always everywhere, It doesn't have to be like that. Like, if we think back to RuneScape back in the day, there was a dedicated zone for player versus player, If you went into there, they would actually give you like a little disclaimer saying, are you sure you want to go into this part of the area? This is PvP. You'll get your ass kicked. You'll get your dragon sword taken away and shoved up your ass. But still, people did it anyway because it was fun, You really don't appreciate the player versus player aspect of a game until you try it out. Now, I know a lot of you guys are dead set in stone with your, there should be no multiplayer in Fallout, and that is absolutely fine. But you know what? I would honestly say don't knock it until you try it, I mean, the Elder Scrolls Online wasn't that popular, I mean, well, it was, let's not lie there. It was popular, but not as much as it was meant to be. But honestly, it's not going to ruin the next Elder Scrolls game. It really isn't. It's just going to be one of those games where it did well, and people who didn't like it just kind of ignored it. people who, liked it, played it, and they loved it. So I would honestly say don't knock Fallout Online until they make it. I really do think there are hundreds of possibilities for this awesome franchise to take it that one step further and make an online game. You know what? If it fails, then fair dues, they will learn from their mistakes. They will either stop the online or they will work on it and create an even better universe in which they can implement the online PvP and PvE to that game. But anyway guys, that has pretty much been my top 5 things that I have been waiting for a Fallout Online game. Please, if you do agree, I would really like to know in the comment section. If you like my idea about mounts, that would also be appreciated if you say, shit, that's a pretty awesome idea, STARLORD. Fuck, yeah, gonna suck your dick. But anyway, if not, then please also say so in the comment section. I read the comments, and if you disagree, then that is absolutely fine. But anyway, guys, as always, I wish you all a very happy day. I hope your weekend goes awesome. And until next time, I've been STARLORD. Oh, see ya.